too often we're not asking the right questions. We're generating the wrong hypotheses. I once claimed that I never met a hypothesis that was worth testing. That's not quite true, but I prefer, and I tell my doctoral students, that what you have to do is ask an interesting question. So much research doesn't ask interesting questions. It just fits into some conventional hypothesis that nobody really cares that much about. I remember going way back, all the studies of does planning pay, you know, and all these empirical studies. It was so bad. It was so bad. And then I once went to a leadership conference, and I couldn't believe the paper. I was supposed to be the commentator on these papers. And I showed all the papers to a couple of practitioner friends of mine who were very smart, and they just tore these papers apart. They actually tore them. Like, is this what you're doing in leadership? I can't believe it. I published their comments in a paper called "If You're Not Serving Bill and Barbara, Then You're Not Serving Leadership." All the papers I've done, people can find on mintzberg.org/articles, or the blog on the same site. You'll find the blog/blog. So are we asking the right questions? I guess what I'm saying is, are we asking questions? And you know, instead of generating hypotheses, and you know, the physicians are all hot on evidence-based medicine. Yet when we have a wonderful healthcare program for mid-career people in healthcare, IHMA.org, and we ask them, are you evidence-based or experience-based? Plot this on a scale, you know, one side or the other. They're all over the place, and they don't lean towards evidence-based more than experience-based. In fact, some of the sharpest surgeons put themselves more to experience-based than evidence-based. So now we're trying to pick that up in management. We've got evidence-based management. Well, evidence-based management is non-management. Just look at a manager and tell me how much the managers do in their practice is evidence-based. You know, how much of this leadership, like I said before, measurement, you know, you're supposed to measure everything. That is better. Which measurement fan has ever measured the impact of measurement? You know, which analyst has ever measured the impact of analysis? I mentioned before this Porter and Kaplan article that started out with measurement, and they give the incredible number of steps for going through an operation. And you know, step 1 to 7, and I said, where's step 8? What's the cost of doing all this? Have they measured the cost of doing their own analysis? Has anybody ever measured the cost of doing their own analysis?